Hello there, and welcome to the Palm and Pine Podcast. The boys are coming to you from their hidden camp, set deep in the Florida woods on the banks of the mystic Swanee River. So let's take a moment and hear from the boys of old Florida.
Okay, welcome back to the Palm and Pine Podcast, and today another big treat for y'all, all 17, 18 of our followers, viewers. Today we are again, this is kind of part 2 of the William Bartram expedition, and we're basically repeating, following in his footsteps, his travels over in our area, with the exception of that Dixie County part. We're not doing that, but today, our goal today is we will replicate his trip to Manatee Springs. Now, as it's written, he had gotten an opportunity, the friendly Seminoles there at Tallahassee had loaned them a canoe, which afforded him the opportunity to explore. They were hanging out for a few days waiting on White King to return to Tallahassee. So he had a free day, if you will, and a canoe, and so they were able to paddle they're approximately 6 miles downstream to Manatee. So he explored Manatee, went up into the spring run, kind of documented the plants and animals and such that he saw there, and
found they had just cleaned the manatee. You know?
Yeah. They just cleaned the manatee. Man, don't you know that it is a sea cow?
Oh, it must be just delicious. I could imagine.
Gosh.
Not that we have ever tried.
No, and I would not encourage you to go butcher a manatee.
Harpoon a manatee.
Right.
Do not do that.
Do not do that. Right. You didn't hear that from us.
Right.
However, should Doug and I find ourselves in a survival situation out there today,
I just bet. And I bet it would be a cut with a lot of a delicious fat.
Ooh, man, I think it'd be. Hey, and furthermore, as you watch our expeditions that Doug and I post here online, just remember we are trained professionals. We grew up in this area. We have received extensive training.
Yes.
In all manners of frontiersmanship. So do not attempt this on your own at home. But yeah, we're going to do that today. We've decided, the Seminole, Doug, they didn't just go to Manatee. They paddled all the way to Cuba.
All the way to Cuba to get coffee.
Get coffee and spirituous liquors.
Spirituous liquor, yeah.
We will not be paddling to Cuba, but we have made the executive decision
to get some spirituous liquor. Just kidding.
Yeah. No, we made the executive decision to continue on and bypass that pay fee at Manatee Springs.
Right. We will go in the run maybe and explore.
Yeah. We're going to go in until they tell us we got to pay. Then we're going to paddle back out. But no, we have decided that we're going to continue on to Fowler's Bluff, the treasure camp store. So we're going to be able to.
And we might do a podcast on that store.
I suspect we're going to. I suspect we are going to be hungry by the time we get there. So that'll be about. It's going to be about 15 miles. So a real good kayak trip, and we're headed right now. We're going to. Just kind of the way we do things, we're going to hide the kayaks in the woods up here.
Yes.
And then we got to move a vehicle to Fowler's Bluff. A lot of logistics, a lot of logistics that the viewers don't see behind the scenes.
Yes.
We just make it look easy.
You have to hide things around here.
You have to hide things.
Anything you could get a little meth money for, you got to hide.
Yep. Anything that can be easily taken to a pawn shop must be hidden. So we're working on that right now, all those logistics, and but once we get out on the open water, I'm sure it's going to be beautiful, and we will get back with you there and continue following in the footsteps of William Bartram. All right.
We got to take these life vests
Yeah, unless you want to break the law. So you ain't got to wear it, but you got to have it with you. Okay. We are departing Tallahassee on our paddle to the Manatee Spring.
That dock we were at, are we already south of that?
The one we were at yesterday?
Yeah.
No, it's coming up.
Okay, so there's a little shed there of some sort.
Yeah, that's one of the old camp houses that the Andrews had. Yeah. So I would say we're still adjacent Tallahassee right now.
Huh.
So, yeah. River is moving rather sprightly.
Yeah. These are like fishing lines people would rig here.
Yeah. Guess trying to get catfish probably.
Same qualities for them.
Yeah.
You could get up there still in high water probably.
Yeah, if it was, easy access for the Seminole to use, then that's where you'd want to be too. So that's probably why they did use this little section here.
And the bluff's really getting high up in here.
Yeah, this is really the peak of it that I've seen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to bring a metal detector and just kind of look around that area. If you found Spanish bullion up there, Doug, what would you do? Would you call the state and let them know? Or?
No. I'm pretty sure that's not what you would do. We'd go to the house and melt it down, is what we'd do.
Very quickly.
Yeah. We had to. Boxes out here?
Yeah, those wood duck boxes.
Duck box.
Yeah, wood duck.
Well, that old bat box I put up finally got a squirrel. It was a bat box. It was an owl box.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one you built.
The magazine let me down, but squirrel finally got in.
Huh. Okay, we're coming into Manatee here, Doug.
Yep.
Just as Bartram would have, except we had to get past about 30 kayakers right there. He probably didn't have kayakers
bothered him.
Indian maiden.
Yeah, fair Indian maiden. That's all he had to deal with.
Yeah.
But otherwise, and maybe we're missing some 500-year-old cypress trees that would have been here too. But other than that, probably pretty similar. Very clear water. Not a real strong current pushing out of here.
No. Where we have the mind to, we could go up.
Oh yeah. I'll show a little bit of what it looks like under the water here. Yeah.
I can smell it.
Yeah. Deep right here. Yeah. God put these springs here for a reason for us. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we might as well head at it. 7 more miles. We hope you've enjoyed today's episode of the Palm and Pine podcast. This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice. The views and opinions expressed by the host or any guest are our own and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliates. Our opinions are just that, opinions, and are not legal or medical advice. But in our opinion, avoid lawyers and big pharma at all cost. Copyright 2025 Palm and Pine Podcast. All rights reserved. Please subscribe and share. Also, make sure to check out the video version on YouTube. The video version includes bonus content at the end you'll surely don't want to miss. If you have any ideas for future podcast episodes or if you would like to be a guest, please reach out. We also ask for you to send pictures or any bonus content, and we'd be pleased to add it to the bonus content portion of an episode. Okay, until next time, keep it Florida, and we'll see you soon.